Hey guys, welcome back to another one. This is Crypto Elite. In today's video, I finally have a little bit of good news for you in the overall crypto space, and it has to do with Sam Bankman-Fried, or SBF if you're unfamiliar. Just minutes ago, it was reported that he was arrested in Bahamas and is going to be extradited to the US, and we'll dig into this article as well as talk about some of the further future implications about that. But FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried arrested in Bahamas, and it just happened. The Royal Bahamas Police Force was behind it, and also known as SBF was arrested following the receipt of formal notification from the United States that it had filed a criminal charge against SBF and is likely to request extradition. And that just basically means that they're going to fly him from the Bahamas to the US to be formally charged. And the US Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York confirmed the request in a statement via Twitter. And we can see that in this statement over here from Twitter. And I'm very happy that the statement went through, the arrest went through, and we'll just wait on that extradition to see if it does indeed happen. Now, I think this is very, very important just because of how much negligence went on behind this. If it was just something that just so happened to spiral out of control, I don't know how things just spiral out of control. But if there was something that led to another thing that led to ultimately everyone losing their funds, that's one thing. But if you listen to some of the interviews, if you look at how the corporate structure is set up, you know that this was done on purpose. And because of that, customers, luckily I was not one of them, but customers lost billions of dollars. And you can see here, Alameda Research shouldered FTX loss up to $1 billion following clients' leveraged trade in 2021. And even more articles dig in a little bit deeper that FTX lost up to $2 billion in user funds and $10 billion was sent to Alameda. Now that is something that just blows my mind. And the negligence, if you just listen to some of the articles, he acts like he doesn't know that this was happening. And what's happening here is, just imagine, if you're familiar with the stock market, you send money to Charles Schwab or Fidelity, and they in turn take that money and then move it to a different fund or a different firm and then start trading with that money. So the money that you deposited, it just disappears. So that is basically what's happening with this FTX blow up. And I'm very happy that it finally went down, because he was just chilling. And there's no way that if this was any normal person, you or myself, we would be able to say that we're sleeping better, we're playing video games, we would be looking over our shoulders as soon as this happened. But this guy was chilling, and he was also doing a bunch of interviews. He was trying to claim he was innocent. He was trying to claim he was negligent about any of this happening. But I'm very happy that no one bought into it and that he finally is arrested. Now, there's been some other things that led up to this. As we know, Celsius also collapsed in the past, but the vast difference between Celsius and FTX is just how much money was lost. Celsius owes users up to $4.7 billion, but FTX is maybe double that. We still don't know officially how much money is still out there, and users still have to recuperate that money. So that's something we're still waiting on. Now, moving on to the future, that moves us into Gary Gensler and the SEC. So him being arrested, and this is probably going to be something that is hitting the headlines, and Gary Gensler is just going to use this to fuel the fire that the SEC should be behind everything cryptocurrency related. He's already went out and said that BTC, Bitcoin, is not something that the SEC will look into or have oversight into, because it is not a security. That is the only thing that he said. Everything else cryptocurrency related is going to more than likely be oversaw by the SEC. Also, so that's kind of the negative, kind of a positive. There is some regulation, as we see, is probably needed, whether that be from the SEC or if the community comes together, like the proof of reserves concept that has come out. I think this is something moving in the right direction. This, if you're unfamiliar, you can check most of these different larger exchanges to see if your reserves that you, or your money that you transfer to these exchanges, is indeed on there. As you can see from Kraken, crypto.com also has it. And this article from Investopedia is just talking about, could it have avoided the FTX meltdown? And I do think it could have. If customers could verify that their money is indeed in FTX, I think it could have avoided what happened. So that, as we know, has made the crypto market very, very turbulent. If you're interested in me, I am taking this time to actually start to average into cryptos, and I do have a Patreon out there if you want to check it out, link in the description below. If not, a like and subscribe to the video would mean a lot, and I will see you on the next one.